Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 30 properties today, and coming off the weekend, so we're going to show you everything that's happened since Friday all the way to this morning. Let's get started. Now, the way condo townhouses have been selling, I've got to figure this one on 650 Childs number 32 has a pretty good shot at 329. Inside, that's not the original staircase railing. That's not the original kitchen, so they have put some work in. The carpet is one thing that I think most buyers would probably not be into. I think that definitely looks a little dated. They do have California shutters, which is not a cheap upgrade. So anyway, here's the thing. Taking these drapes down would have been a good idea as well. But replacing these floors, probably, probably 5,000 would do it on a home like this. And, the only thing is that 330, 335 tends to be the max for a renovated version of these homes based on what's been happening recently with 3-bedroom sales for condo towns. There was a 4-bedroom that did really well, up close to 350. But the point is that for the amount of flooring that needs to be put in, it looks like that's the last puzzle piece because everything else is done here. They've got a nice backyard, private, and I think it would make a good home. And this is one of the cheapest ways to get into a 3-bedroom townhouse with a backyard. There's a home on Attenborough right before this one on Marks, and obviously a better deal, $5,000 cheaper. It's larger. This model really hasn't, we're talking a high of like low 370s on this model, and even that was a bit of an outlier. So at $394 for 1051 square feet, it's going to be a tough haul for these guys. You can look at Pettigrew and it says 3-bedroom, 3-washroom. However, it's 1 washroom per floor. So you've got a 3-piece in the lower, so 1 in the basement, 1 upstairs, and then 1 on the main level. It is a little bit smaller house. Like it's only got, I don't know what, anyway, just a clock. I guess you can figure out what time it is on the listing, but you only have the 1 room plus over here. They have even built this out, so it makes this room seem a little bit more narrow. Anyway, it's a semi, and it's priced like most, or even less than most townhouses, but that's the only thing. That's your main floor right here, is just these 2 rooms. So if you're okay with that, this one could be an option. It does have the finished basement to supplement a little bit of living space. Moorside End on Riddell Crescent, $449. We just saw a Moorside Corner go for more than $500,000. Now it had a finished basement. The lot was a little bit bigger. But for almost 1,600 square feet at $449, I've got to figure this is one of your better options if your budget was capped at that $450. I think it's got a good amount of space. It's got a family room plus living, dining, and the kitchen, upstairs laundry, and then you've got 3 bedrooms and a bit of landscaping out front and some decent floors. Sounds good to me. I think this one on Farmstead is also a fantastic deal. Farmstead can be a little bit busier, but you're on 100-foot lots, so you're a little bit deeper. 1,764 square feet. So even for $5,000 more than Riddell, you're getting some more space. You're also getting 9-foot ceilings. You're getting dark cabinets. There's a lot of things I like about this one, and there's a chance that this one's probably already gone. End unit, I think it's great. I think this one has a real opportunity to sell for a lot more than what it's listed for. What's not clear on this house on McLaughlin is the square footage. So if you look down below here, it's got a Rose model, 2,152 square feet with finished basement. So true square footage does not include lower level below grade space. So with finished basement could mean 2,152 and then we have the basement on top, or it could mean the opposite. So technically this approximate square footage should just say main floor and second floor, and then when the term total living space is used, then that can refer to all of it, including the basement. So we have, the other thing I like about this one is you've got hardwood floors throughout the main floor. I just think it completes a nice look versus breaking the space up with tiles. So especially when you have an open concept design like this, it is nice to have consistent flooring right across. Hardwood stairs, you've got a little computer workstation in the kitchen, which I think is a popular thing. A lot of buyers that I show homes to really like that. So it's hard to comment on this one. I'm not familiar with the Rose model and whether or not that square footage is everything. My guess is it includes the basement, and so we'll see what happens with it. I like the way it looks, just not sure about the price. Carrington Crossing gets a thumbs up. We're almost 2,000 square feet plus the basement. They were a little more clear in this description. 509, semi-detached. You've got darker floors. You've got a just a good-looking home all around. It looks like it's clean, tidy. You've got your finished basement, and presents itself well. I don't think this one will have a problem with selling at all. Lederman can be a bit of a busier street. This is a Plan 7, just over 2,400 square feet. There was a model backing onto a pond with a walkout basement that went way up in the 7s. It kind of surprised me and a few other people, but these guys are obviously looking at that and saying, hey, let's see how high we can go. This is how you present a home well. You've got nice floors, well finished. The furniture complements the space very well. And the effect of having a couple of good light fixtures is, I think, very powerful. That room with a builder light fixture would look totally different. Nice modern wallpaper. Yeah, it's got it going on for sure. You got a little bit of landscaping work in the back. You also have the cedars, which in 5 years are going to create a nice line of privacy on this one. So it's nice. Now, whether or not somebody chooses to look at the lower sales or the higher sales is really going to determine where they fall in for price. Really like the this one on Dewar Court, 729. It's about a 2,800 square foot home plus a finished basement. Where it is on Dewar Court, you'll see one of the photos makes it look like it backs onto Thompson, but it's this one right here, backs onto a pond. So if I go back into the air photo on this, you'll see that that's what it backs onto. It does side onto Sprucedale, which gets a little bit of traffic, but not nearly as much as Woodward or Maple. So the all brick is something. Brick and stone on the outside is going to sit well with a lot of buyers. You have a front living dining. Then you have a family room plus a kitchen. And these cabinets, they're kind of the pinkish. I talked about this neighborhood and pink cabinets last week. But the thing is you could stain or paint these cabinets if you wanted something a little more cream color, a little more dark, which tends to be the prevailing style these days. Then you could do that. Great looking finished basement here. I even like the touch of having the curtains. It creates a nice effect. So that looks like a busier road, but as we just saw from the GIS map, is that you are pretty safe. I don't know why they wouldn't have shown a higher view that would have shown the pond behind. That's a huge value feature. Anyway, I like it. It's a good price, and it should sell pretty fast. 228 Homes is a former model home in the Milton Trails area. So we've got about a 3,000 square foot home, 879, 4 bedrooms, and you've got a good floor plan. It's still in style. We saw from the Mattamy one last week. There's elements that look a little dated. There's other ones that still remain. I think a good model home would remain classic for many years to come. So, great looking home, well furnished. The staircase looks great. And it seems a little busy, but it could work. It's hard to tell from pictures. I think in person it would probably look really nice. I don't remember going through this model home. Now, the one thing about these properties on homes is that this is where it is right here. We're using the GIS map again. And so you're backing onto a plaza. So that's probably not most people's ideal. So even though the homes look great, probably not the A location. Although you could argue that there's no neighbors looking at you, but you'd have to check and see, is it even, are there garbage bins behind? Is it going to affect your enjoyment? 20th Side Road looks like a nice property, 1.15. You've got lots of car storage. It looks like potentially 4 cars, and then you probably use this one for your larger tractor. My favorite part about this home is the outdoor living space and how like a huge covered awning. Let me get to that picture here. So you've got that, but then when you turn the corner here, you've got this whole space that's all covered, so you could barbecue 4 seasons out of the year. You've got some lovely views. You've got lots of natural light coming through, and you got a pond on the property, plus even more space for all of your heavy equipment. Pool, very nice. Good stuff, 1.15. Okay, so now we're hopping over to the Oakville Milton Real Estate Board. 3087 is one of the least expensive ways to get into a condo town, especially from what's happened in the last probably 30 to 60 days. And it says it's been renovated. I see some newer floors. You've got cabinets. They're probably a bit of an upgrade from the originals. Although if you paint the originals and you change the hardware, oftentimes you can find that you're not doing so bad. The carpet may have been replaced, hard to tell. And that's the original vanity in the bathroom, and then you've got your lower level here. So yeah, overall I'd say this one is going to attract attention just because of the list price and the fact that there's really nothing else for sale right now at this price level. You're seeing the other one on Child's up in the 329 range, but nothing at 3087 or close. And you can see there's a conditional sale on Sprague Place, end unit, just under 1,300 square feet. There's no inside photos, but that's the thing. You can't wait for the photos sometimes, especially in this price range under $400,000. Conditional sale over the weekend. And so if you don't want to miss out on homes, if you want immediate notifications, even faster than Milton Daily Homes, go to miltonmarketwatch.com. We can also set it up for multiple areas, not just Milton. Okay, so that's the list, 30 properties. We go over some of the highlights in the video, but feel free to check the link down below. And thank you once again for watching Milton Daily Homes. We'll see you tomorrow.